Ragebreed Reviews by Karina, Sher.
Hi guys, it's Karina from Ragebreed, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Old Man's Child. And this is an album called
In Defiance of
Old
Existence.
Man's Child, in Defiance of Existence, released by Century Media Records.
Okay, so this band are called Old Man's Child. The actual title of the record is called In Defiance of Existence. It was released by Century Media Records. And I've got to say, a really, really strong sort of blackened death metal album. You could call it sort of black metal, but it's not really all that top end. It's got a very sort of death metal almost dynamic, through the entirety of it, and you can see the kind of the black metal influence there. You've got Nick Barker on drums, and you've got some great melodies here as well, which is really interesting because as much as it's a very sort of fast album actually. When you listen to the rest of the album, it's very brutal. It's got a lot of like speed, I guess, and it's just really interesting but this is a track that I picked to play in the background because I remember the first time I actually found this band, and this was on a Terrorizer compilation, and I really loved the track. And it was around the same time I actually discovered an Al Nathrak, and similarly great band. But this band really, really captivated me, and I was like, wow, who are these guys? They weren't very. I wouldn't say they were promoted, but I didn't really know of them until I obviously, tried out these compilations from Terrorizer. And I gotta say, some of these compilations are great for discovering, new music. And I discovered so many bands through compilations actually. Because back in the day we didn't have Facebook and things like that. We would discover music through magazines and through compilations and stuff, and we would be excited about Headbangers Ball. So that was my growing up through the time period, when I was into this kind of music. This is how I discovered bands, and going into local stores and looking at certain bands and liking the look of the CD and picking it up just to see what it's like. That's what it was like. And I believe that this particular track is the track that actually drew me in to the world of Old Man's Child. Now, you will find with this album, they are very, very tight, and there's something that I really respect about this band, and the fact is they come up with some really, really good riffs, and it really makes you want to headbang. It's like a force of energy, and there's so many great tracks on the album. I mean, this is just one of them. I mean, this is called I think it's called Black Seeds on Virgin Soil. That's right, yeah. And it's really, really good. And then you've got loads of other tracks that are equally absolutely amazing. You only need to look at tracks such as Agony of Fallen Grace, The Soul Receiver, for example. Even the first track's great, Felonies of the Christian Art. It's all very fucking good. I can't really fault a track on the album. I'll be honest with you. It's very. I mean, it's not really for faint-hearted people. If you don't like it brutal, this isn't the album for you. I mean, yes, it has dynamics, absolutely, but you're gonna hear consistent double bass drumming, and very, very good, double bass drumming throughout the whole of it. And it's strange with me because I love the vocal aspect and how they've kind of infused it and everything. But I just love the energy of the band. The energy is so fucking ferocious. It's really good. It's like a complete, from the word go, it is just, we're straight in there. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be dark. It's going to be fucking heavy. So if you kind of like that stuff and you like that black and death metal edge, this is definitely the band for you. I give this album 9 out of 10.